Welcome back. It is Medical Monday with East Cooper Medical Center. East Cooper is ABC News 4 official hospital expert. And today we have a very special guest here. His name is Joshua Massey, as well as Joshua's physician, Dr. Rudolph Rustin. And Joshua is here to share his story about living with spina bifida and how Dr. Rustin has helped him with a new procedure. So Joshua, we're going to start with you. You were born with spina bifida. Tell us how this condition affects you on a daily basis.
It has affected me to where I can't sometimes get out to do certain things because I'd be concerned with would I do certain things and go to the bathroom or something, and I'd be embarrassed because I'd not be able to do stuff. So with that, spina bifida has changed me to where I could not live a normal life because I would be concerned with, am I going to have bowel control problems or any control problem.
So your friends would ask you to go to a movie, go hang out somewhere, and you stayed in a lot. You didn't go out and choose to pursue those opportunities.
Yes,
you
I would be embarrassed and I wouldn't even go with my friends, even though they asked me to.
Yeah. Now you had this procedure, InterStem, not too long ago. Tell us when you had it and how it's changed your life.
On October 22nd, I had it installed, and it has improved my life so much good. I've gone with my friends. I've been able to go to Walmart and enjoy myself and not have to worry about, am I going to lose my bowels or nothing? I've got that signal that says, you got to go.
Well, you mentioned the signal. Doctor, I want to bring you in right now. Tell us about this great procedure and how it actually works.
Well, this is a procedure that's meant primarily to help people who have trouble controlling their bowel movements. It was originally done as a procedure for 15 years or so in people that have urinary control troubles. And recently, in the past 6 to 8 months, it's been now approved by the FDA to be used in people who can't control their bowel movements. In order to be able to control your bowel movements, John, you need to have three things. You need to have a formed bowel movement. You need to have a muscle that works adequately to hold and control yourself. And you need to have a nerve going to that muscle, like having a battery in your car. And when people don't have that combination that works properly and they fail medical treatment like bulking agents and exercises and things that we can give drug-wise to help them, and they have more than 4 accidents a month, then they're a candidate for this InterStem procedure.
And Doctor, you worked with Joshua for about 8 years and held off on any of those other procedures for this specific InterStem procedure, and it's worked wonders, correct? Right,
and this is what's been so interesting because Joshua with the spina bifida, this is a subset of patients that are sort of chronically have trouble with this because depending on the degree of spina bifida you can have trouble controlling bowel function. And so knowing that this was coming along, down the pike later, and knowing that the operations that we normally do for people that have incontinence can be quite debilitating with reconstruction of muscles and time out of work and everything, then we elected to wait. And despite the medical treatments, he wasn't able to really do this. So it was a blessing that when this came along and we placed the InterStem in Joshua, and he's done just wonderfully since. So it's been a godsend for him.
And it's just a small catheter, you said, that's injected in the base of the spine?
Well, it's no bigger than probably an IV. When anybody comes in the hospital, they have an IV put in their arm. It's about the size of a pencil lead, and it's a small lead, they call it, and that lead goes in the lower part of the back and the tailbone area, and it stimulates and it lays right across where one of the nerves are, and those nerves go to all your sphincter muscles.
And so who should have this procedure? Who do you think is the prime candidate?
Well, obviously people like Joshua that have this autonomic control trouble with their spine can sometimes have this. They can be candidates. Women who've had children that have torn their muscle, people who've had operations to fix muscle defects where they have leakage afterwards, and people who have a nerve problem going to the muscle. So it also helps to signal your brain because this opens up a whole new avenue of treatment when actually now people can be aware that they need to have a bowel movement a little earlier and allows them to get to the bathroom, whereas before there was no warning. So it introduces also the brain function with stimulating, no different than a pacemaker in the heart.
Right, and Joshua, you definitely recommend having this procedure done, right?
Yes.
And tell us about, some of the things that you're able to go out and do.
I can go to the mall, I can go to the movies, I can go out with my friends and family and not have to be embarrassed on the smell that I used to have beforehand. And I've enjoyed my life since then.
Good. Well, we appreciate you stopping by and sharing your story. I know it takes a lot of courage, so thank you. Doctor, thank you
John.
well.
Thank you.
For more information on East Cooper and on many other health topics, just visit our website, ABC News 4 Experts page. That's on abcnews4.com/experts, and click on East Cooper. Gentlemen, thank you again. We appreciate it. Let's send it over to Tessa.
Okay, friends, the cooler weather is here.